Everyone, how are you doing? We welcome you all to the installation experience, first impressions, and hands-on demo of the build 10586.164. As you know, this build is the latest cumulative update to the RTM build 10586. Microsoft, what shows is growing in confidence and has pushed this build not only to the insiders in slowing and release previewings, but also to non-insiders which have Lumia 550, 650, 950, 950 XL. In a nutshell, the devices that were released with Windows 10 Mobile. So, while this build comes to the non-insiders as cumulative update, but it packs features or changes or fixes from both 1.122 and 0.164. So if you remember, build 10586.122 brought many fixes, but it was not released to the non-insider. So 0.164 in fact brings all the changes that are accumulated over the last release build 0.107. Here we were talking about the non-insiders. Coming to insiders, so you may have already enjoyed the build 107 and then build 122, and this 0.164 is the latest. So now how this the installation experience goes. So coming to installation experience, it's very smooth. We have tried both installations as Microsoft had suggested. So we just did one installation directly from the build 122.122, and it went very smoothly. 35 to 40 minutes it took from starting from download to installation to the data migration. And we also tried one hop, so we went back to Windows Phone 8.1 using WDRT, and from there we used the Windows Insider app to update to this build, and it was again smooth, but it obviously took some more time for going back to 8.1 and then updating all the way. So now coming to hands-on, we will do a bit of hands-on on Lumia 640 XL, and as well as we'll do hands-on on the Lumia 525. So let's open some native applications. So we'll open map because maps obviously takes some time in opening up usually, but it is quite fast here. Let's open Cortana. So as we can see, it's usually very fast. Most of the native apps they open quite fast. Actually, we can try the camera as well. Let's do a shot to shot. So it's quite fast. I mean, as we can see till now, it's quite smooth and homogeneous. We don't see any kind of jump or anything. It works fine. We can do bit of changes in some of the settings. We can see whether we can go to the settings, and it brings us here back to the settings. So as you can see, most of the things like normal UI navigation, opening of the native apps, it all works fine for us on Lumia 640 XL. And it was expected that it should be, because even the last two builds were quite good. And this build is a cumulative incremental build with fixes mostly. So as you can see, we are doing many operations just to check whether the consistency is there or not. it looks fine actually, if you ask me. Let's check the multitasking, how the multitasking is working here. So let us open something which can be a bit challenging. So let's resume the camera, and it resumes fast. We can do something else, I believe. Okay. And then we will try again the multitasking part. So here we go to store, it resumes really fast. Then we see how the weather app works. It has again done very well. So we can see that, I mean, the things like multitasking, UI navigation, opening of native apps, even we can open some third-party apps. Let's see. So that's, I mean, it's okay. Not as good as native apps, but it's still fine. Let's try to resume. Let's see the resume works or not. So it resumes fast. So okay. So we can see that on a Lumia 640 XL it works fine. We did a hands-on demo, and our first impressions are quite positive with this build. So maybe we can also try this on a Lumia 525. So here is a Lumia 525 running this build, and we'll do some native apps opening. So here we can open maps. It has opened quite fast. We can do some settings. Check. Let's see. We did not open browser on Lumia 640 XL, but we can do that here on this. So let's open Microsoft Edge. And your favorite website, Nokia Power User. So let's just go to the settings to see the version. As you can see, the version number is 10586.164. Nothing had changed. If you talk about, I mean, any changes, because obviously it does not bring any changes, major changes. But let's see how the performance wise browser looks fine. Okay, there are too many opens. Let's see, panning and zooming, it works fine, I think. Okay, let us send it back to the background to check the multitasking, how the multitasking works on a device like Lumia 525. And let's first check something else. Maybe we can check Cortana. And the resume is fast. We can check store as well. and it also resumes really fast actually for a device like Lumia 525. We'll check Microsoft Edge that we just sent back. So in a nutshell, you can see that multitasking is really acceptable on a device like Lumia 525, and we are doing lots of panning, zooming, etc. and not bad. In fact, it handles it impressively, if you ask me. Okay, so that's how it. You can see that how the multitasking, normal UI navigation, even the browsing actually works on a Lumia 525 with the build 10586.164. So if you ask us, the first impressions obviously are quite positive. It does. I mean, it does not look buggy at all till now. If we find any bug, we will obviously update you. So yeah, it's a good. It looks good like a daily driver. You can try and you can upgrade to this. Do let us know what you feel about this build. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.